What is up, everyone? I just got back from watching Spider-Verse movie. I'm not going to spoil anything. I will not. But it made me think about this idea I've been thinking about for a while. And I feel like it's very important for anyone who's trying to, not even trying to do something different, but just feels like life's been beating them over and over again. Beating them up, making them feel like there's no hope. They shouldn't keep going. No one believes in them. They just feel down. They feel like the negative stuff in life just keeps hitting them over and over and over again, and they feel crushed, honestly. And watching this movie gave me a clarity that helped me realize something that I feel is important to share for anyone who's doing, anything that they feel is crushing them or extremely hard. And that's this idea of, we watch these movies. We watch these superhero movies. We watch these movies about people with super powers going through drastic situations and being pushed to their emotional limits to reach a final conclusion of achievement or accomplishment or do good for other people. And we admire them. We admire these people for going through such crazy situations and having just such a good heart to come out on the other side. Yet, we don't admire ourselves doing that. We don't admire the mini situations that we have every single day. We don't admire the struggles that we have to wake up every single day motivated or happy or passionate about life, or make sure to stay consistent to a gym routine, whatever it may be. Everyone has their own struggles, even dealing with doubters in their own head. Everyone has their own struggles, their own path, their own different types of things that they deal with on a daily basis. And they crush them. They crush you. They make you feel like you don't fit in. They make you feel like you don't deserve it. They make you feel like you won't succeed. There's a chance that things will not go your way. There's a chance that things won't work out. And they push you to your emotional limit. And we end up feeling sick of that. Like, man, I wish life were easier. I wish things weren't happening the way they were. And even if we don't wish that, we're like, because things are so hard, because things are crushing me, I don't think I'll succeed. Like, I don't think that I'm meant for this. I don't think that this is meant for me. I don't think I have what it takes. And the self-doubt creeps in. And for everyone who has that self-doubt, which was me at one point, and me during points of my life continuously, I want you to remember, no one watches a boring movie. No one watches a movie that doesn't have stakes. I think the power of a human being is not the money they have, not the views they have, but their power and their ability to connect with people. And no one watches a boring movie. If your life were a movie and it was boring, no one would watch it. If there were no problems, no conflicts, no emotional challenging, no self-doubt, no being pushed to the brink, no one would watch or feel inspired by your movie. So if you're sitting here and you're feeling all this self-doubt, you're being pushed to the limit, you don't know if things are going to work out. Guess what? Every single hero in every single movie that people admired and watched was pushed to a limit that did not feel possible. It felt like they were just scraping by. And you might feel like you're just scraping by. You might feel like, man, there's no way things are going to go this way. All of this stuff is going wrong. But guess what? Every single hero we ever admired had a story where they were pushed. It was not easy. It never came easy. And that's what's inspiring. That's what's admiring, because everyone has their own situations. And when we see people rise out of terrible situations or rise out of being pushed to their limits, we get more inspiration and more comfort and solidarity in our own. So every single failure you go through, every single L you take, every single time you feel like the world is crushing you, you have the chance to inspire more people than ever before. You have the chance to make a story out of your situation. And regardless, you can't choose what happens to you, but you can make the story. The story's not over. And I was talking to my friend about this. The story is not over. Don't end the story this way. No one likes the story just ending sadly like that. Like, we don't like that. We want a happy ending. So if the ending isn't what you want it to be, then it's not over. The movie is not finished. The movie is not finished. You're just in the climax, and you might be in a higher version of the climax, and you might still be taking these L's and still feel hopeless. But remember, the movie is not over unless you make it. And people want to watch movies where people are being pushed to the limit. Therefore, people want to listen and feel, and people truly deeply are connected and positively impacted by stories where people are being pushed to the limit. You are a superhero for showing up every single day with a smile. You are a superhero for showing up every single day doing things you don't want to do. You are a superhero for battling your self-doubt and the doubters around you. You are a superhero. You might not be able to shoot laser beams out of your eyes, but you are a superhero for putting up with the shit you put up with every single day and still doing it without giving up. You are a superhero if you have any ounce of hope in anything in this life. That is your superpower. And you have the power to use it for good, to use it to help people, and you've used it. And there's times where that power comes with a responsibility that crushes you. It makes you feel like you can't do it. But that doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. Every single superhero dealt with that. You are super regardless. And the world needs you right now. The world needs to be inspired by you. The world needs your help regardless. Do you want to make a story that people watch? If so, don't focus too much about the pleasant stuff. Don't focus too much about if things aren't going your way. Because people love to see a story bounce back. And the story is never over until you make it. You are the director of your own movie. People blow up, people change their lives at 66 years old. Don't tell me the story has an ending, because no one knows anyone's ending. You can change the story. You can change your narrative. But whatever you want the story to be, you paint the story. And you are the hero. And you will go through stuff. And you will be pushed. But that does not mean you're less than everyone else. In fact, that means you are super. You are super. Look at the people you're inspired by. They were never perfect. They just pushed through some stuff and made things possible. They were pushed to their limit too. Don't ever feel like, you can feel like it, but don't ever internalize the feelings that you're not super, you're not good enough because you've gone through L's. You're not destined for greatness because you've gone through L's. Because that just means you have the first half to an incredible story. An incredible story people will forever be inspired by. All you have to do is complete the second half and continue to use the power that you have, regardless of the obstacles that you may encounter. You may feel like things are not working out, but they are. They are. You are super. You're not good. You're super. You're super. You're not just someone with a phone doing TikTok dances. You are super. You represent so many things to so many people in so many ways, and you inspire them. Your story is super. Your story can touch people in ways no one ever imagined. You're not just someone with a microphone. You have the superpower of creating music. You are not just someone with a microphone. You have the superpower of creating podcasts. You are not just someone with a microphone. You have the superpower of doing anything you want. Now, people need to be inspired by it, but people need you. And you're going to make an amazing story. And the lower you go and the higher you rise out of it will inspire anyone else who's gone through and will go through anything that you go through. Because when you see that you're not alone in it, they'll feel more encouraged with everything. The stakes are meant to be high. The stakes are meant to be the highest you can ever have. The stakes are meant to push you to your end limit and feel like nothing will ever come out of it. The stakes are meant for you to question the logic and reality of your situation, but that means you're doing something that is worth watching, worth noting, and worth being inspired by, and worth leaving for legacy. You might not feel like you're doing the right thing. You might not feel like things are working out, but you're taking the lonely path. You're taking a path that questions you, and you're taking the path of legacy. And at the end of the day, you're going to have a super ass story. And I appreciate you so much.